Sleek and looks smaller. Om Sadashiva-Samarambham Shankaracharya-Madhyamam Asmadacharya-Paryantam Vande Guru-Paramparam Gurur-Brahma Gurur-Vishnu Gurur-Devo Maheshwara Guru-Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupidi Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha Atha Saptamodhyayaha Shri Bhagavanuvacha Maya Saktamanah Partha Yogayunjanmadashrayaha Asamshayam Samagram Mam यथा ज्ञास्यसि तच्छृणु ज्ञानं तेऽहं सविज्ञानम् इदं वक्ष्याम्यशेषतः यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयोऽन्यत् ज्ञातव्यमवशिष्यते मनुष्याणां सहस्रेषु कश्चिद्यतति सिद्धये यततामपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन्मां वेत्ति तत्त्वतः भूमिरापो नलो वायुः खं मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहङ्कार इतीयं मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा अपरेयमितस्त्वन्या प्रकृतिं विद्धि मे परां जीवभूतां महाबाहो ययेदन्धार्यते जगत् एतद्योनीनि भूतानि सर्वाणीत्युपधारय अहं कृत्स्नस्य जगतः प्रभवः प्रलयस्तथा मत्तः परतरन्नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव रसोऽहमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दखे पौरुषं नृषु पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्याञ्च तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनम् बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहं बलं बलवताञ्चाहं कामरागविवर्जितं धर्माविरुद्धो भूतेषु कामोऽस्मि भरतर्षभ यै चैव सात्विका भावाः राजसास्तामसाश्च ये मत्त एवेति तान् विद्धि न त्वहन्तेषु ते मयि त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैः एभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितन्नाभिजानाति मामेभ्यः परमव्ययं दैवी ह्येषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतान्तरन्ति ते न मां दुष्कृतिनो मूढाः प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमाः माययापहृतज्ञानाः आसुरं भावमाश्रिताः. So, it started the 7th chapter, where in the Madhyama Shatka, Bhagavan starts saying that everything is what is under my control. Maya Saktamanah Partha. You may connect it properly. Yunjan Madashrayaha. Everything is completely from me and to me. So Mad Ashrayaha is supported by him. Yathatnyasyasi tachunu, I will tell you, asamshayam jnanam, I will give you undoubted knowledge if you wish to. And that's how he starts the 7th chapter. And he says, what is the benefit? This savijnanam asheshataha aham vakshyami, I will tell you without keeping anything to myself. I will give you completely. And the benefit is jnatva neha bhuyonyate jnatavyam avashishyate. Anyat jnatavyam avashishyate. There is nothing else you will need to know once you know this. That means this is of the foremost level of knowledge. Having known this, you know this para jnanam, you don't have to know other. In short, he is saying that I am going to give you all the knowledge about what Ishvara is. You got para prakriti and apara prakriti, and I am going to explain to you both, knowing which you will know really what Ishvara is. Otherwise, your knowledge of Ishvara or the Srishti is different or partial or incomplete, and I am going to give you the full knowledge. Then he says, why the mahima of this knowledge? He says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam vetti tattvataha. Among all the human beings, kaschid yatati siddhaye. Some people are, there are only very few people who are putting efforts to know me. Yatatam api siddhanam. Among those people who are very few, maybe a very fraction of them only really understand me. The others try, but still they can't understand in this Janma. So it's one of the rarity and the least probable knowledge which I am going to share with you. So if you take it, it is good for you. If you leave it, you are bad. Okay. Then he comes to Srishti Prakaranam. Straight the Panchamahabhutas, the Ashtadha, Prakriti Ashtadha, the eight, how the Prakriti evolves. So Bhumi Rapo Nalo Vayuhu Khammano Buddhirevacha Ahankara Iti Yamme Vinna Prakriti Ashtadha. Okay, we have seen this, how the evolution which is Yugapada evolution which is happening, especially through the Sankhya philosophy, it is easy to understand. Except that the first part, Prakriti and Purusha, are not too separate. You have to, because here very clearly he says, Mad Ashrayaha Prakriti. So it is now, which is completely dependent on me. So you cannot have Prakriti separate. After that, the rest of the Sankhya's explanation about the Yugapada Srishti is perfectly okay, and we borrow it directly because it is exactly what is matching with how the Shastras say, and it is easy for us to take Vedanta concepts ahead. Then he says, Apareyam itastu anyam prakritim vidhi me param. So these are all this Ashtada Prakritis or Apara Prakriti. Apart from this, there is one Para Prakriti on which everything is now on the substratum, and understand that that is holding the whole Jagat. Ya edam dharyate Jagat. Jagat, which is made up of Binna Prakriti Ashtada, is being held by the Para Prakriti, the Ishvara's true nature or Nirguna Tattvam, compared to the Apara Prakriti, which is Saguna part, made up of Bhumi Rapo Nalo Vayu Khammano Buddhirevacha. All these are part of the Jagat, and Jagat is now, the Adhara for the Jagat is me. Etadyonini bhutani sarvani ityupadaraya aham kritsnasya jagataha prabhavah pralayasthatha. So now he says, I am the GOD. I am the generator, operator and destroyer of this Jagat. So whenever I want, like he is now come to the Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam for this Jagat. I am the Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. For me only the Nimitta Karanam also comes and the Upadana Karanam also comes. And I have the ability to manifest it out as well as take it. Yathornana basrijate grannate cha. It can give it out and it can take, like that. I am the generator and I am the destroyer. Obviously, I am the sustainer of it. And I know how to do the job properly. No one needs to teach me. I am very sure that even if you all forget it, I will do my job. And I will bring it back to you in a proper balance. Okay. So whatever is happening because of my command. Very clearly. Mattah parataram nasti kinchidasti dhananjaya. So, if you want to know the true sum and substance of this Jagat, it is nothing other than me. Mattah parataram nasti. There is nothing more meaningful, essential. The essence of this universe is nothing other than me, the Ishvara. Okay. Now he starts giving, how do you have to see me as the essence in the Jagat? Because now this is Jada Prapancha. Now I am referring to you that I am that Chetanatvam which is there in this Jada Prapancha, and these are always mixed together. So what have you to look at? Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi suryayo. Whatever is the main guna of whatever you see, that is me. The easiest way is the formula is, whatever is the main guna of whatever you see is me. Okay. So he talks of apsu rasaha, shashi suryoho prabha, vedeshu pranavaha, ke shabdaha, nrushu paurusham. Okay. Gandhaha, punya gandhaha prativya, vibhavasaha tejaha, sarvabhuteshu jivanam, tapasvishu tapas. We have seen this, we have explained it. So you have to just understand that I am the crux. So in short he says, Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutana, I am the seed of everything. That, what is that foremost thing due to which it is known, I am that. Viddhi Partha Sanatanam Buddhir Buddhimatam Asmi Tejas Tejasvinamaham. Buddhimatam Buddhi Aham Asmi Tejasvinam Tejas Aham Asmi. Balavatam Balam Aham Asmi. And I am Kama Raga Vivarjitam. Bhuteshu Dharma Aviruddaha Aham Kama Asmi He Bharatarshava. Okay, this is where we explain what is Aviruddha Dharma Bhuteshu Kamaha Aham Asmi. Aham Kama Raga Vivarjitam. So now he says, I am Kama Raga Vivarjitam, Kama Dvesha Vivarjitam. I do not have desires, neither I have something to secure. Kama Raga Vivarjitam, Aham Kamaha Asmi. Okay, it will look very, very contradictory. Aham Kamaha Asmi. What Kamaha? Dharma Aviruddha Bhuteshu Kamaha Asmi. Okay. So, among the Bhuteshu, among the beings, Aham Aviruddha Dharma Kamaha Asmi. That which does not break the Dharma, that is Dharmika Kamaha Aham Asmi. So, when you come to Karma, once you give up Nishiddha Karma and Prayaschitta Karma, the Dharmika Kamya Karma also I am. That is why it becomes important that start with that, then go to Nishkama Karma, because they are anyway Dharmika and it is Sattvika also. But Dharmika Bhuteshu Aviruddha Dharma Karma I am there. That means anything which is Viruddha Karma, it is not me. Why? Because it is not my Kamaha, it is your Kama. Then how are you different from me? I am Kamaraga Vivarjitaha. You are Kamaraga Sagunaha. You are with that. I am with Aviruddha Dharma Bhuteshu Kamaha. Sometimes your Viruddha Dharma Bhuteshu Kamaha will come. Many a times, most of it will be Dharma Viruddha Bhuteshu Kamaha. Why are you saying it that way? So he says, that is why I use my three magic powers on you. And the three magic powers is Ye chaiva sattvika bhavaha rajasas tamasascha ye matta eveti tan viddihi natvaham teshu te mayi. I cast these three gunas in everything, because everything is gunamayi. Daivi Kesha Gunamayi, he says. Mamamaya Duratyaya, it is going to come. Where, after two shlokas it will come. Daivi Hesha Gunamayi. So it has everything what you have to consider in this universe, which is manifested or unmanifested, has gunas. What are the three gunas? Sattva guna pradhana, rajo guna pradhana, tamo guna pradhana. What are they? They are me and my abilities. So it is Daivi. What is the problem? If Bhagavan has Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Guna and that Amsha is coming to me, I should not have a problem. The problem is not the gunas. When Bhagavan operates, he operates Kamaraga Vivarjitaha. When we operate, we use the three guna with Kama. So we never see the guna as guna and we look ourselves as gunatita, but we get completely covered by this guna. Okay. To understand this, if you see something, simple thing, you see something, immediately a thought will come, I like this, I don't like this. It is in line with me, it is not in line with me. I can't stand this person, I can't sit this person. Why? Because now it is not seen as beyond the gunas, Bhagavan's vibhuti, but the same object is now seen with my filter of my Sattva Rajas Tamo Guna and its Sattva Rajas Tamo Guna. If my Sattva Guna connects with its Sattva Guna, then I like it. If my Sattva Guna sees its Tamo Guna, then I don't like it. Now the problem is where? Is it with the object or is it with my vision? Because I use the filter of Sattva Rajas Tamo Guna. And why do I use it? Because Bhagavan has given them. So now he says that these three gunas are also mine. So you should not have any liking to Sattva Rajas Tamo Guna and be partial to it. Look at it as Daivi. That means go beyond it. But we get stuck with it. And that is the reason of samsara utpanna. From here he is very clearly coming to the reason of samsara is coming here. Yechaiva sattvika bhavaha rajasas tamasaschaye. The whole universe is, the Prakriti is nothing other than three gunas. The combination of three gunas in various proportions is what the whole universe is. So if you remove that guna part, there is only Chaitanyatvam in everything. Because earlier I have told that I am a mixture. Now in the mixture you have para and apara. Para is nirguna, apara is guna. You see both, but what attracts? The guna attracts. When the guna attracts, what is attracting it? The gunas in me are attracting the gunas of the object. Okay. Now is it the object's fault or my fault? My fault, because now I am tuned to see it that way. In the shop I am tuned to see the ornament as an ornament rather than gold. So it is for me to now change the vision, and if I don't change that vision, then the whole thing is going to be very, very glamorous with all the gunas. And that diversity, variability, change will always be there. Okay, what does that do? He says, Natva matta eva iti tan viddhi natvaham teshu parantu te mai vartate. I do not reside on them. I am not based out of these gunas, but these gunas are based out of me. If I am not there, the gunas will not be there. Okay, so it's like when I earn money, whose money it is? Whose money it is? When I earn money, whose money it is? My money. So that money is for what? Who is dependent on whom now? If you are dependent on the money, then you have a problem. Because now the money is dependent on you for its existence. Whose money it is? Now you see, how did you see it? I am dependent on the money now. Whose money it is? My money. So the money is dependent on me or I am dependent on the money? But every time you say, I am dependent on the money. Whose money it is? Not the world's money, your money. You are dependent on your money. The moment you say it is your money, that money is dependent on whom? Me. Then how can you be dependent on your money? Because you are there, your money is there. Tomorrow if you are not there, where is your money? Exactly. So we have to have that clarity that who is dependent on whom. So he says these three gunas of mine are dependent on me and I am not dependent on the three gunas. Be clear about that. Matta eveti tan vidhi, you be very clear about it. Huh? Why? Immediately it is going to make its play. And as I said, you are dependent on what? My money. It's an oxymoron statement. I am dependent on my money is an oxymoron statement. My money is dependent on me is a right statement. Think about it. I am dependent on my money is a meaningless statement actually. Technically it is wrong. Okay, and that's what he says. Tribhir gunamayair bhavai ebhis sarvamidam jagat. This jagat is full of tribhir gunamayai ebhihi bhavaihi. I cast on that everything this gunas. What does this guna do? Mohitan nabhijanati mamebhyah paramavyayam. I am that indestructible, but these gunas very beautifully cover me. And I am made, that invincible me is made invisible me by the gunas. Are we able to get this? That I who is param avyayam can never be destroyed because I am always present. I am the source of everything. If you are thinking I am that source, but I am completely covered because of what? The three gunas which is cast by me. But how can your gunas cast by you cover you? That is the beauty of it. Whose dress it is? My dress. Who is it covering? Me. How can my dress cover me? That is the beauty of the dress. Mohitan nabhijanati. That delusion part is got beautifully because of the three gunas. Now can you imagine without gunas prakriti? It is possible only in pralaya. And there also if someone wants to think, because in pralaya what will you think? How will the srishti be? And the srishti is filled with gunas. So kamayata, this is how I will, yugapada srishti, all that is, gunas have come already. So even in the unmanifested form of prakriti, if you have to think, gunas are there. Be able to get that. Even at the thought process, guna is there. Even physically, if it is not there. Suppose if I say that I want to do this, I plan this. Oh, let me go from here to Thana station. Immediately in your mind will come, okay, I am here, Thana station is there. Has guna come in between or not? Physically nothing is there, but all gunas have completely come in as though it is there. So these gunas are going to be there. Now, whose gunas? Now, this is where the beauty starts. Have we to blame Bhagavan for the gunas which he created? What is making me mohitam nabhijanati? Is it Bhagavan's guna making me mohitam? Or is it my inability to discover the gunas and see within? Are you able to get that? Whose issue is where? Who is making it mohitam? Did Bhagavan make it mohitam? Then who made it mohitam? How? How did you make this three gunas mohitam? It could have been just three gunas and left there, na? How did it become mohitam? Who bought the three gunas? Bhagavan. Who is responsible for it? Bhagavan. Who made me mohitam? Did Bhagavan's three gunas make me mohitam? Or I am the reason to use that gunas and make myself mohitam? How? So I have my attachment to these gunas. The problem is there. It is not the gunas which is a problem. My attachment to specific gunas as likes and dislikes, or combination of that, is my problem. Now who created that? That Bhagavan did not create. Because he said, Dharma viruddho bhutesmin kamosmi bharatakshapa. Who brought the kama inside? I brought it. Is it clear? So the gunas are not a problem. Gunas will always be there. But my specific attachment to certain combinations of guna, which I call it as likes and dislikes, is my problem. Who created? I created. How did I create it? Ajnanena. It came because of Ajnana. What is Ajnana? The only Ajnana is the gunas are all Bhagavans. If I consider, then I will have no specific liking or disliking to anything. I missed that point. I considered Bhagavan's gunas as divine, but in that I added my mirchi masala of my attachment to it. That is where my problem came. To understand this better, how does something comes from Ishvara's Srishti to my Srishti? When I go to Viviana Mall for shopping or just seeing, I see something, it is in Ishvara's Srishti. Does it have gunas? It has gunas. Absolutely no problem. Suppose you sit and imagine that there is a shop there in Viviana. There are many cloth shop, there are going to be many clothes hung all around. They will be filled with this. A nice shop. Over. Did my Raga Dvesha work? No. Does it have gunas? Yes. Every filled with all gunas I am able to imagine it. But the moment you have seen one particular dress or a sari or a something which you feel that, oh, this looks beautiful, you have moved out it from Bhagavan's Trigunatmika Srishti to my Trigunatmika Srishti with that masala called attachment, that it is beautiful, this is bad, this is ugly. All the judgments which we have is a part of ours and not Bhagavan's. Are you able to get that? Why? I have a specific liking, or I have a benchmark saying that this is good, this is bad, this is ugly, this is beautiful. That is why they say from person to person beauty changes. Why? If it was universally beautiful, everyone would say. But maximum what happens, majority of people will call something beauty, but there will be few people who will not accept it as beauty, because that's not absolute. Correct? Which means my liking of my gunas are now getting connected to that gunas. And I get attached to my gunas. And that is where the problem is. Is it clear? Okay, right. So, he says, Tribhir gunamayair bhavaihi. I think this we have to start. This Yechaiva Satvika. Yeah, this I think we have done this last time. But okay. Huh? Yeah, we did Yechaiva Satvika. Okay. So, out of this topic, we have to have very clearly 4 important aspects coming out of from 1 to 12. We have to understand what is Ishvara Swarupa. We have to understand that clearly. First, Ishvara is made up of Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti. First thing. That means we are all made up of this mixture. Always. We can't separate it. Mentally you may be able to separate it. With buddhi you can separate it. But physically you can't separate it. Second, Bhagavan alone is Srishti Sthiti Laya Karana of everything. From him only everything comes, and to him only, because you have to, even you call it as nature. There is a trigger where it starts and there is a trigger where it ends. So that law of nature, what you call, is Bhagavan. Okay. Third, he is the manifester because he is the Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam of this world. So this world becomes his Karya. Karana Guna Karyeshu Vartante. So if he is the Karanam, the world is the Karyam. What is the world? His result or anyone else's result? If he is divine, what is the world? Equally divine. So, do you have any choice to reject anything in the world? Karela should be banned from this world. Understand? We have no, because it is Bhagavan's Srishti. There is a reason. As a sidewise, in Sanskrit, we had a story. There was a king who was asking his ministers, "You are all very intelligent. Please check in this world. Tell me the things which are really useless and is not required in this world. Life can go on very much without that. Absolutely no problem. No one is going to get impacted, and they are the most useless thing." So they started thinking, and after some days and all, finally after a lot of debate, they come back and say, "Mashakas tantunabhaha." Mashaka is spider. Tantunabha is spider. Mashaka is your the mosquitoes, the flies. Okay. These two things have only, they just give pain to people. They don't have any productive use to anyone, and they can be fully eradicated. Like you say, polio can be eradicated. You eradicate. Eradicate from your place, but somewhere else it is sitting. You can't eradicate everything. So, okay, everyone were in a mission. Wherever you see spider and you see flies, kill. When they were so busy, the neighboring king attacked this kingdom. And this king had to surrender. So he had to run away from his palace because he was now going to be very badly defeated. So he can't be there, otherwise they will make him a victim and usko ye kar denge, karagar mein dalenge. So he ran for his life with few of his people, 3-4 people. He just ran away. There was a jungle, so he ran away there. And the enemy was chasing him. It was pitch dark, night time. So somewhere he saw a small den like a place, so he went inside, and just all those people were keeping quiet. And they didn't make any sound, but they heard people coming around searching and everything, and they were just praying no one should come inside the den. And after that, they all ran away. After some time, everything, like they had to go, they couldn't find him. Then the daylight starts slowly coming. So he tells one of his trusted person, just go out and see if someone is there, be careful. So he sees and comes back inside. Says no one is there, we can go. So when they were going out, they had to make their way and they went out. That is the time the king understood one thing. Throughout the night, there were many mosquitoes inside. Although they were very tired, they could not fall asleep, and hence they were alert. And when they were inside, the spider nicely made a big web on the door of the cave. So when the enemies came, they saw that this cave would not be having anyone inside, and that's how these two saved the life of the king. So the idea is there is nothing which is useless in this world. It may not be of a direct use to you, but they have their job and it is in Bhagavan's Srishti. So we have no reason, absolutely not even 0.1% reason to reject something from the Srishti. However good or bad your neighbor is, You have no reason to reject. You may decide to be away, you may decide to change your house, but you cannot reject saying that how this person is. No, they are what they are, Bhagavan Srishti. Okay, and that thought process is what is being very clearly brought, that it is Daivi, it is divine. Because if the product is coming from the source which is divine, the product is equally divine, and then you have no reason to reject the product, saying that then how can one be a good product, how can one be a bad product? So now immediately someone will say that okay, in the tree there are hundreds of mangoes, one is a rotten one, the others are good, so the rotten one is also a good mango. The rotten one is not a good one for you to consume, but the rotten one is rotten for all the microbes for them to consume. So that is also a good mango. Please understand. Never look at it only from your view. There is a reason why this, otherwise that microbes, where will they eat? For them only that rotten one is, or they have only made it rotten. So it is of use to someone, so it is Daivi. COVID is good or bad? It is Daivi Srishti. Where is the question of calling it good and bad? You ask the COVID virus, human beings are good or bad? What will be their answer? One of the most terrible people are this human being who bought all this vaccinations and antiviruses. They are the most terrible people, they will say. Correct? So we have to see it in a balance. But that doesn't mean that the snake is also Bhagavan. So I go and sit with the snake and let me sleep with the snake, then you are a fool. Poison is also Bhagavan. So let me have poison like Amrit, you are a fool. That only Shiva can do. He can have poison. That also Parvati caught his neck. Otherwise Shiva would have also probably gone. We don't know. So we have to be careful. We can be away from it, but there is no reason to hate it. There is nothing in this universe one can hate. You may have certain likes and dislikes, but if you have something which is disliked, you have all the right to be away from it, but you can never hate it because it is Daivi. Clear? That choice of moving away, you have it. And when you move also, still you should not have that hatred in the mind. That is why I moved. No. Not judging, let me move. I am happy, that person is happy or that thing is happy, fine. Okay. So, the product is equally divine as the source. So, the third important postulate is Bhagavan alone manifests the whole universe, and everything in the universe, known, unknown, going to come, already come and gone, everything is divine. This gives a very important aspect to look at it. Please understand. As much as we learn in Vedanta, that much we also unknowingly abuse the Vedanta. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. Jagan Mithyatvam, we start making Jagat as Tucha. This is useless. This is useless. Brahma Satyam, this is useless. That is where this divinity comes to play. Where is the question of useless? No, I don't depend on it is the right answer. Jagan Mithyatvam is the Jagat is dependent on me and I am not dependent on Jagat. That is Jagat Mithyatvam, but not saying the Jagat is useless and it is Tucha. No, Aham Brahmasmi. That means you have not understood, because Daivi Kesha Gunamayi Mamamaya. It is my gunas which are there, which is seen the whole universe, is completely negated by you if you cannot understand this basic thing, from where Brahma Satyam will be understood. Can Brahman even be understood without Jagat is the question. Can you understand Brahma Satyam without Jagat? It is sitting in this Jagat with the three gunas, with using my buddhi which has got the gunas only, the jnanam of Nirguna Brahman comes in. So Brahma Satyam is impossible without Jagat. But Brahman need not depend on Jagat, but Jagat depends on Brahman. That clarity should be. Is it clear? And hence, the divinity to look at everything and everyone as Bhagavan's Srishti is the first thing, because that is the seed to bhakti. This is where that bhakti first has been seeded in. How do you, what is bhakti? And that is what is coming here. So the very important postulate is, if Bhagavan is the creator of everything, Jagat is the product of Bhagavan, so Jagat is equally divine as Bhagavan. And hence, I cannot negate anything in this Jagat. I may say I like it, I may say I don't like it, I hate it, but I have no scope to hate it. You may say, but you have no scope. That is beyond your birthright. So clear? So the moment we say I don't exclude anything from Bhagavan's Srishti, my Srishti is Bhagavan's Srishti. If I exclude something, then I have a problem. Because then you will have to put laws, principles, what to exclude, what to include, hundreds of problems you have now. So don't do that. Include everything. If you wish, be close to it, otherwise be away from it. If you are close to it or away from it, don't get attached to it. This attachment is what is going to cross the samsara, is what is the next thing. Even if you like it, if you are attached to it, it's gone. Even if you dislike it, if you hate it, and if you be away, you're gone. That is why samatvam yoga uchyate, he says. That equipoise, equibalance of the mind to anything and everything. That is what, the setup is what it is. The setup cannot upset me. Everything part of the setup is divine, because it is Bhagavan's. Period. Okay? Right. The fourth important aspect is, Bhagavan has an independent existence because he is the cause of the world. He is not there because the world is there. Even if the world is not there, Bhagavan will be there. So he has got an independent existence, and the world depends on Bhagavan for its existence. So Para Prakriti is Nirguna Brahman, Apara Prakriti is Sagunatvam of that Brahman, which is makes it Ishvara. Clear? So very four clear postulates. One, Bhagavan is made up of Para and Apara together. Second, Bhagavan alone is Srishti Sthiti Laya Karana. Third, if Bhagavan is divine, Bhagavan's karma or the karyam is equally divine. Fourth, if Bhagavan is the karta and Srishti is the karyam, Bhagavan is independent, Srishti is dependent on Bhagavan. Clear? Very important four aspects. If you keep, it is very easy to replace Bhagavan with me later on, and then automatically you will understand. First start with Bhagavan, then we will go to me. If we don't understand Bhagavan, because he is omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, what you have given him attributes, if you replace with me, yourself, then all your limitation will come and say all this is humbug. Right? So first is Bhagavan. And that you should not have a problem to give him that status or her that status and ensure that the rest are all. Then I have the right perspective to look at things, right mindset to look at things, the right reverential attitude to look at things. And that is where I see Bhagavan as Vishwarupa Darshan. In everything I see. Sahasra Shirusha Purusha. Okay. Sahasra Shirusha Purusha, when you say, imagine Purusha, one person. Sahasra Shirsha with 1,000 heads hanging. Is it meaningful? Or is that meaning, deciphering such a meaning, is it correct or is it stupidity? It is absolutely stupid. Then what is the correct meaning? In all the Purusha, he is there. Sahasra. In every person I see him as the divinity. Sahasrakshas Sahasrapat. In all the species, in all the eyes, in all the legs, that divinity is there. Sabhomim Vishwato Krutva Atyatishtat Dashangulam. Very clearly, the basic first part which is taught is also the same thing. In a very simple way told, but we will not understand it. That is why all these explanations are there. Okay. After this, he is going to ask Vishwarupa Darshanam, Vibhuti and Vishwarupa Darshanam. Already it is told. Mattah Parataram na kinchid asti nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya. There is nothing other than me in everywhere what you see. Then what is the question of asking Vishwarupa Darshanam? Understand? So, how much ever said, these three gunas become a filter, and these filters and attachment to these filters become a biggest impediment for me to see the universe the way that universe is. I see it through my eyes. That is why we say your world is what you imagine and what you see. That is why everyone's world can be different. Because I have defined my world. There is no definition, universal definition. Universal definition is what? Anything in this Srishti is Bhagavan's. That is the universal definition. Clear? Right. So, with these four clear postulates, he says Tribir Gunamaye Ebi, and then then he will go to Samsara Karana. Now Samsara Karana is Devi Yesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Vaye Prapadyante Maya Metantharantite Daivi Yesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Vaye Prapadyante Maya Metantharantite Daivi Hi Esha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mama Eva Ye Prapadyante Mayam Etam Taranti Te. Okay. Esha Daivi Gunamayi Mama Maya Hi Duratyaya. Okay. Ye Mam Eva Prapadyante Te Etam Mayam Taranti. That is how the Anvaya is. Esha Daivi Gunamayi Mama Maya. See, Bhagavan is telling this. Mama Maya. What is Mama? Mine. Shashti. Of me. Okay. Maya. What is Maya? The Srishti. Mama Maya, when you say, who is the owner? That means the Srishti is owned by him. He says, as much as I am Daivi, Mama Maya Esha Daivi. Okay. First of all, if he was referring to him, Purushaha is what? Lingam. Pullingam or Strilingam. Correct? Will it come Esha? Esha is Pullingam or Strilingam? Strilingam. So Esha is coming for what? Maya. Esha Maya. Esha Maya Daivi. This Maya is divine. Which is this Maya? Mama Maya. My Maya is divine. That means I am divine. You don't doubt that. You are not doubting, you are in my line only. But the moment I say this world, now we both have difference of opinion. So I am now clarifying to you, this Maya is mine, from me, Shashti, of me, equally divine as me. Okay. That equally divine Maya which is as me, coming from me, indeed, now he has used a very emphatic word, he, indeed, surely, 100%, 10%, I have no doubt, Duratyaya, very difficult to cross over. Now you understand? How did he bring it now? He says, everything is divine, fantastic, okay, but very difficult to cross over. Now you tell me, the sea or the river Ganges is divine or not? Whose it is? You or whose? So you and the Ganges should be pally and friends. Correct? But can you cross it? Mama Maya Duratyaya. Are you able to understand? No. Everything is fine, but you can't cross it. Why? Now this is where he puts the problem, and he also tells you why this problem is there. Because some Brihaspati will come and say that no, I am also divine, everything else is divine, so what is the problem? He says, no, you can't cross it. Why? The answer is Mameva ye mam eva prapadyante. Prapadyante. What is prapadyante? What is prapadyante? Surrender. No. Prapadyante is surrender. Okay. Mameva ye prapadyante, one who surrenders to me alone to me. What did he do? In this particular shloka, he has separated para and apara prakriti, he has separated purusha and prakriti, he has said everything is divine, but if you surrender to Maya, you are gone. And if you surrender to me, Maya metantarantite, then I will ensure that you can swim over it and go. समझ में आ रहा है? It is mine only. But if you surrender to it, because if you surrender to, what is the thing? भगवान को surrender करो, easily पार हो जाएगा. माया को surrender करो, easily पार हो जाएगा, गया. And that is what we are doing. We are submitting to everything of Maya, forgetting Ishvara. He says, the moment you surrender to me, I will ensure that you can swim over Maya. But if you surrender to Maya, Mama Maya Duratyaya will ensure that you will never swim over it. Are you able to understand? Means what? What is surrendering to me and what is surrendering to Maya? Surrendering to Maya means connecting my Raga Dvesha to Maya. Surrendering to me means throwing away raga dvesha and becoming gunathita and coming to me. Simple. If
accepting the situations.
not just that, if you accept the situation and after some time you start grumbling, the first step is accepting, looking at it as divine. After that, it starts underplaying. Only when you underplay it, then it has no impact on you. If it doesn't have impact, then where is your, if you are underplaying that, where are you playing with? It is only with Ishvara. Focus on the para prakriti and apara prakriti will automatically get subdued. But if you focus on the apara prakriti, you will never be able to reach the para prakriti. Like people will say, I will pass through gunas and then go to gunatita. It will never happen. Tamo guna will get moved by sadhanas to rajo guna, then with more effort to sattva guna, then from sattva guna I will move to gunatita. It will not happen. Why? You are going to get stuck. Because its job is to hold you there. Then what should I do? Knowing that as sattva guna, I should look at gunatita, so automatically sattva guna also I can par karke nikal sakta. So they're very, very specifically is telling, if you do the other way, be sure you will get stuck. This is the only way. Although I am saying that Mama Maya Daivi. Correct? And further he goes and he will talk about this Devata you do, that Devata all comes to me. But if you consider that only that Devata is there, then you are doomed. So all that examples he will give to make you understand. But the point is, focus yourself from the ornament Nama Rupa to the Tattvam, which is the gold. Shift that, automatically you will be able to manage all this and go ahead. But if you focus on this and try to refine it more and more, you will never even come here. I am very certain that you will not come. You may be in a false process saying that one day I will know. Then that is your ignorance. Be with it. I have enough work to keep you janma after janma. You have ensured that you have given me work. And the beauty is 99% of the human beings are in the category which Bhagavan says you should not be. Because handful only get moksha. Taranti happens only to handful of people. Where are the others? Sitting on the other side. Why? I am that Mahabrihaspati in Kumbh Mela searching in the wrong pond for the gold ring which fell in the other pond. In Purusha pond the gold ring has fallen. I am searching in Prakriti pond for the gold ring which has fallen there. And I have many more to help me here. Not only me, even them I have pulled them inside. Mama Maya Duratyaya. How much ever you search here, ये पार करने को नहीं होएगा. Be careful. उधर गए तो ये ऑटोमेटिक पार हो जाएगा. ये मेरा जिम्मेदारी है. Can you remember any shloka on this? Some shloka. Whichever, tell whatever comes. Huh? Huh?
That shloka, sir, Moksha Ishyami Ma Shuchaha.
Moksha Ishyami Ma Shuchaha. No. No, not that. Which Dhyana Shloka? Bhishmadronatata Jayadratha Jala, filled with all that. Gandhar Maya Meta Gandhara Nilotpala Shalyagrahavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Velakula Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini. How much strength do you have to fight each of this and come out of it? Will you पार कर पाएंगे क्या? सोत्तीर्णा खलु पांडवै रणनदी कैवर्तक केशवः. Submit to that Kaivartaka Keshava. He will ensure that he will take the boat in such a way that although these are there, you will be safe. But if you think of fighting myself with each of this and coming there, you will never be able to come. Clear? Does it make sense? We should know where to submit. Consider everything divine, but submit where you have to. Because everything is divine, if you submit at the wrong place, then you will be fighting samsara. Chalte rehne do. Nothing. One day you will, that buddhi will come, I am fighting in a wrong battle. That will come. But till that much time has gone. So he says, be careful. To Mudar, Gandhara Nilotpala, it is very attractive, it will pull you there. But it's a false thing. Tum jaake udhar atak jayega. Okay? So, this is where he says, okay, we have not come to this one, no? Correct. Yeah. Daivi Yomam eva prapadyante, one who surrenders to me, te etam mayam aham taranti, I will swim you over this maya very easily. Sit on my back and come. I know how to swim this particular, but if you try to do it, you will get tired and you will be pulled by all these things. I am an expert swimmer, I know this particular, and I will ensure that your safety is there, but you have to completely submit. In that boat, if you sit and if you try saying that, नहीं इधर एक hole है, ऐसा लगता है, मुझे डर लगता है, हाँ, completely submit. उसमें पानी भी आएगा तो submit. This is where that bhakti is born. Please understand. Shraddha and bhakti are related to something. It starts with what you know and you extrapolate to something which is unknown, which you can depend upon. Okay? That Shraddha ensures that first you have a known factor which gives you an assurance that yes, it is happening. And once that connection is there, you extrapolate to something which is unknown, which will take you there. But if this doesn't happen, that connection doesn't happen, then it is blind faith. That bhakti is dangerous. That crying bhakti is dangerous. It is not going to lead you anywhere. Bhakti should be buddhi purvaka bhakti, jnana purvaka bhakti, where I should submit. Okay, every day sitting in front of God and crying, what will happen to me, what will happen, nothing will happen. So what you need to do is you need to submit, where you need to submit, and then first you will try few things. And if it is working, then you know that this formula works, then you will extrapolate to bigger ones. Do it. It takes time to establish this relationship called bhakti. has to get nurtured over a period of time. Okay. No one else can come and say that bhakti has to be like this, you do it this. No. It has to now, because the relationship between mother child, the relationship between husband wife is what they have to decide. No third person. Like that, Bhagavan and your that bhakti relationship, only you and Bhagavan can decide that. Bhagavan is passive. You actively now maneuver it. What works for you, your gunas, and that becomes bhakti. Except, and this is where that bhakti part is seeded in this particular sloka. Okay. Now, with this, he will explain bhakti is sharanagati or prapatti. What is bhakti? It is sharanagati or prapatti. Prapatti means submission. Sharanagati is submission. Same synonym words. Then there are levels of bhakti. First is adhama bhakti. Then is madhyama bhakti. And third is uttama bhakti. What is adhama bhakti? Huh? What is adhama bhakti? Lower level of bhakti. God becomes a means, Ishvara becomes a... Ishvara becomes the means for my goals to be achieved in this Vishwamaya. I want all the goals related to anything in this Maya. I make Ishvara as the means to reach that goal, the lowest form of bhakti. Okay, here it is dharma aviruddha kamaha only. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Bhagavan, give me 10 crores. Without anyone seeing, I will give 50,000 rupees in Tirupati Undi. Nothing wrong. Somewhere it has to start. Adhama bhakti. We'll at least continue. Other than that, we'll be speaking about it and not doing anything. Let it get started. Even though wrong, directionally wrong, chalega, but shuru to karo. Adhama bhakti. Bhagavan becomes the means to achieve what you want in the universe, which is Maya. Is it clear? What is Madhyama Bhakti? World becomes the means to achieve Bhagavan. Bhagavan becomes a means to achieve the world is Adhama Bhakti. Madhyama Bhakti, reverse it. World becomes a means. Puja karo, ye karo, vaisa karo, ye karo. All the various things related to this Maya Vishwam to reach what? Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is the goal now. Their world was the goal. Means and the goals have got exchanged. What is Uttama Bhakti? Me and Bhagavan are the same. I don't need to achieve Bhagavan because it is me. I don't need anything from the world because it is Mama Maya. Uttama Bhakti. Clear?
Nothing to achieve.
What is there to achieve? Just imagine I am making a statement. Priya owns this universe. And now Priya is thinking, what else is there to achieve? Whose universe? It has come from Priya. What is there to achieve? So Priya owning the universe itself is an oxymoron statement. Sitting in your house saying that I want to achieve in that house. Whose house it is? My house. What is there to achieve there? Something to achieve is coming out of apurnatvam. And when purnatvam is there, where is the question of apurnatvam? So I do not need a Bhagavan, nor I need a world. That means, can I say I don't need the Bhagavan now, I don't need the world, I am by myself? That is Maha Ahankara. Then what? I am that Bhagavan and I am that world. I have nothing else to achieve called Bhagavan, neither I need anything from the world, because both are me only now. For showing people, I say there are 5 fingers. Can I say that this is not me? Can I say this is not me? So it is me. But for showing people, I say there are 5 fingers. Me, every cell me. Uttama Bhakti. Are you able to get that? It's change in the thought. For Uttama Bhakti, it is a complete change of thought it is. Because the first 2 bhaktis are very logical. Use this to use this, use this to use this. Very good. Karanam, Karyam, very clear. Here both are neither the Karanam nor the Karyam, because I am the Karanam and I am the Karyam. That upgradation of my knowledge to know that I am that only thing is Uttama Bhakti. Nididhyasana. Uttama Bhakti. Is it clear? Okay? Yeah. So, and with these 3 bhaktis, he is now going to give further examples. This bhakti example he is now going to explain. How is this bhakti working? So first is the person who doesn't have bhakti. He is now referring to the people who are of the other category. There is nothing called bhakti at all. Namam dushkritino moodhaha prapadyante naradhamaha mayaya pahrita jnanaha asuram bhavamashritaha naman dushkritino moodhaha prapadyante naradhamaha Mayaya pahrita jnanaha asuram bhavamashritaha. Okay. We are at 10:44 and my computer's power is more or less gone. We'll continue till it happens. Doesn't matter. If it stops, it stops. Okay. I will still continue. You can see it in the YouTube. Naman dushkritino moodaha prapadyante naradhamaha. Okay. Mayaya apahrita jnanaha asuram bhavam ashritaha. Na mam dushkritinaha moodhaha prapadyante nara adhamaha. Mayaya apahritaha jnanaha. Apahrita jnanaha. One word, it is samasta padam, it is. Asuram bhavam ashritaha. Mayaya apahrita jnanaha asuram bhavam ashritaha dushkritinaha moodaha naradamaha mam na prapadyante. So, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam, he said, kaschid mam veti tattvata. Among these human beings, there are few sahasreshu who are ready to consider this. Yatatam, put effort for this. Among the people who put efforts, there are very few who will actually reach me. He is. Now there are two types of people he has referred here. If you have to make buckets, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati. Among all the people, few have got a thought of moksha. Correct?
That is Madhyama Bhakti.
Huh?
That is Madhyama Bhakti.
So, if Bhagavan has to make a bucket to put the majority and minority, how big a bucket of majority should be there?
Very good.
And how small bucket he needs? Maybe one bucket of our bathroom is good enough. That many only will fit it. Correct? Good enough. Correct? So now he has broken it into two buckets. That big bucket is related to whom?
Small bucket is not moksha.
Who are ready to put effort for moksha. That means big bucket is for whom? For what? Which means what? Either they don't know what is moksha, even if they know they are not interested in it, and even if they know and they are interested, they are not ready to put effort. All that people sit in that bucket. Or some people who even show that they are putting effort, talking about moksha but doing this. Yatha nama viparita gunaha. Hypocrisy. Even that is sitting in that. They are all who? Naradhama. Adhama naraha. Adhama means what? Lower nature. Naraha. Why? Because their karma phala has not fructified for this. What to do? Somewhere their karma phala is pulling them down. They are not born in the right culture. They are not born in that particular environment where even moksha has been taught. You see how many houses are there where morning itself, today evening, where the party is going to be there is what the discussion will start with. Where is the question of moksha? Where is the question of even God there? Nothing. There are many. If you don't just look at only India, talk of human beings. So, even that basic religious, not that all the people who are religious are going to talk of moksha, they are still sitting in this bucket. But at least they have some idea that there is another bucket. The bulk of the people even don't have an idea that there is another bucket because they believe this is the only bucket. And they are naradamas. What they do? Mayaya apahrita jnana. They have the jnana maham brahmasmi. That jnana maham brahmasmi is not going to come one day. Every time what is said, that is always covered. Ajnanena vratam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha jnanena tutadajnanam. We learnt it in the 5th chapter. Okay. So, yena muhyanti jantavaha ajnanena avratam jnanam. So the jnanam is there. But it is so much covered. With what? Maya apahrita jnana. The knowledge is abducted by Maya, taken away by Maya. How Ravana took away Sita like that, the knowledge is taken away by this Maya means what? The attachment covers this knowledge. Dhume na priyate vannihi yatha darsho malena cha yadol be navrto garbha tatha tene tamavrutam. These categories, Yadolbe Navrto Garbha. There at least you know that after some time there is a baby going to be born, there is something inside. In log to 10 mahine ke baad bhi andar they are imagining that it is only gas. Wrong knowledge. Samajh mein aa raha hai? That category of people. Okay. Apahrita jnana. They are who? Asuram. Bhavam. Ashritaha. Asuram bhavam ashritaha. They are completely submitted and surrendered to Asuram bhavam, not Devi. Clear? Who are they? I have categorized and given them some name. They are called filtered foods. Dushkritinaha moodhaha. They are all अच्छा filter करके इन लोगों fools. They are moodhaha. Nara adhama. For some reason they are not able to. What is the end result? Mam na prapadyante. They do not submit to me. If they don't submit to me, will they submit to Mama Maya? No. Then they are submitting to what? Mama Ragadvesha. Their own Ragadvesha they will submit to. They are also submitting, but where? Their own Ragadvesha, their likes and dislikes. So what happens? Asuri, they will go to any extent to get that accomplished. When you do that, where is the question of even thinking that there is Daivi? You are so much entangled in that, there is no question of even thinking where is Daivi. You, first of all, your karma phalas do not fructify that you are born in an environment which will make you even seed you that thought from childhood that there is Daivi. Added to it, your day-to-day life has become in such a way that you are submitted to your own Ragadvesha, that it will never even allow you to think of there is something called Devi. So is there a possibility of Mam Prapadyante, submitting to me? No. If you don't submit to me, what is going to happen? Maya metan tarantite, will it happen? You will always try to fight in Maya using your Ragadvesha by submitting to that and saying that I will win. If today I will get this, tomorrow I will get that, tomorrow I will get that, day after tomorrow I will get that. So, Shataha, Lakshaha, Sahasrashaha, Kshitipalaha. Shiva wants to become Vishnu, Brahma wants to become Vishnu, Vishnu wants to become. Where is the end to this desire? That is the question to them. They will remain as Rakshasaha, Naradamaha. What is the end to it? Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. Clear? He is trying to very clearly give that if there is a wrong focus, where you will end. If you try to search the gold ring in the wrong pond, this is where you will reach. The right pond has many people. That is why you didn't want to go there. It is difficult, but go there and search. At least there is a chance that you will get there. Okay? Now, exactly opposite of that. But this is related to bhakti. Huh? Even these people have bhakti. Do they have bhakti or not? What is bhakti? Sharanagati. Sharanagati to what? Ragadvesha. They also have bhakti. Clear? But not to Ishvaraha. That bhakti is to their own Ragadvesha to fulfill their own needs. Okay? And they will continue to be Narada. Clear? Added to it here, explanations are given because Mundaka Upanishad and the other Upanishads beautifully give few meanings in this. Say, not only they have their own knowledge, like it is like our house son-in-law. खुद को तो पता नहीं है, समझाएगा तो भी समझेगा नहीं. They are of that category. Even if they come across some teachers or the Shastras or Gurus, they will be what? They will be very clearly avidyayam antare vartamanaha swayam dhiraha panditam manyamanaha. The words Upanishads used is so clear. Avidyayam antare, deep within that avidya, wrong knowledge, they are sitting so deep. Vartamanaha swayam dhiraha, I only know. तुम सिखाएगा तो भी नहीं सुनेगा. स्वयं धीरः पंडितम मन्यमानः. मेरे से ज्यादा इंटेलिजेंट दूसरा कौन है? तुम कौन है मेरे को सिखाने का? हाईली एरोगेंट. Dandrandyamanah, it will go further. He gives different levels, they will talk there. You can't do anything to them. You have to just leave them. And pray only one day God can bless them. That karma phala has to fructify for them to even think. If this thought has come to us, to that extent, Bhagavan has blessed us with that karma phala in this journey. And we have to be highly thankful to Bhagavan. If that thought would not have got fructified, that karma phala, we would not be sitting here. We will be sitting in that category. Whether we do try achieve, at least there is a thought. Every Saturday at least that thought is coming. Good enough. Okay? So, this is how a papishta or papavan's buddhi is, and how there is a question of he achieving me. And this corroborates very clearly that if you submit to my maya, you will never be able to come to me. It assures that. So if you want to reach me, you cannot submit to the maya. If you reach to me, I will ensure that I swim you across this maya very easily. Because that maya is mine. It is not someone else's. That conviction need to be there, because if we start doubting, how will this Bhagavan do? Is Bhagavan really the Srishtikarta, Stitikarta? Then that bhakti is a dwindling bhakti. You will have a problem. If you want to pole vault, you have to blindly depend on that pole, decide which pole you have to pick. Having picked up the pole and started running, if you think that this pole will break, your head will break. Be sure about that. So before that, you have to be very clear, should I or should I not? And once you take it, implicit Shraddha has to be there. Then it works. Beach mein doubt aata hai na, see when you go to a doctor, in between some doubt starts coming. Is he actually, unwantedly, is he asking me to do more tests? ये दवा भी खाओ बोलते हैं क्या, ये ऑपरेशन भी बोलते हैं क्या, इसी श्योर या इज दैट मेकिंग अ मनी बिजनेस? ये डाउट आया भगवान के साथ, समझ में आ रहा है? That is what he is very clearly saying. Then he is talking about the other bucket of people who at least knows Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye. That small bucket, Punyavan. And that is where he will start. Chatur Veda bhajante mam jana sukriti norjuna arto jijñasurartharti jnani cha bharatarshava. A very important one, a very famous one, been quoted so many times, and you all know the meaning, but we will take it in detail. The different types of bhakti which comes in the 7th chapter: contract bhakti, security bhakti, jijñasu bhakti and jnani bhakti, which we will take it in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद सर.
Hari Om. Yeah.
हरिओम सर.
Hari Om.
धन्यवाद सर.
Hari Om.